down. Welcome. So, hey y'all, I am Orlando Nail Tech and I am back. We are about to jump into what is new in update 9.0. If you already have the app, you will be getting an email with a link to this video. So, yeah, if you need to come watch this later, you totally can. If you're not catching it live, I am going to go ahead and do this live and then we'll save it. So, it'll still be here for you to watch. If you have questions and you're watching this live, you can type them in the chat. I can see your questions. So type them in the chat. I think I have the wrong title on this video. That's okay. I could go change it later. So I'm going to type ask your questions and I'm going to pin it. So before I get started on the new updates in Nail Design Studio, update 9.0. So let me pin that comment so y'all know I'm here and can see what you're talking about. Pin message. All right, cool. So it's been pinned. Ask your questions and we're going to get started. I'm going to try to keep my mouse as quiet as I can. I do have on my noise canceling microphone. So if you hear the mouse, I'm sorry. I did all I could do. So the first update, see where my mind is at. First update I want to get into is the cloud sync. So now when you save a project, you can save it to the cloud. However, you will need to sign in with Google to save across different devices. The only issue is I can't show y'all that on live because my video will get flagged because it'll show my actual email address on the live and you can't do that. So I'm not going to click on it to open it, but just know it's going to look like any other app that asks you to sign into Google to save something or to update something. So if you want to save it across your devices, you can click on this Google Save Sign into Sync button and it will sync. The email that goes out to all the users, I will show you a little more in depth of what it'll look like, but I can't show it right here on live. Just know that it's there. It's been tested. It is working. I've tested it on different browsers. I've tested it on different devices. It does work, but I cannot open it up because it's going to show all of my Google emails and I don't want to get flagged and I don't want the video to get muted or taken down. Okay. You can still hit save current and you can replace it in your regular saved projects if you want to. I'm actually I'm gonna do that. So let's just save this as for 11 update video. How about that? So this will be the set I saved. So it'll still save in that slot if you click save current, but if you want to save it to Google and sync it across devices, you'll click this one. Okay, so that's update number 1. Now update number 2, you probably already can tell there's an update that's new here because of what we have on our saved project, right? So our saved project, there is now a new tip option right in the row where all of our different shapes are. So the tip option is essentially if you want to create a decal or something like that and you want it to be printed out as like a French tip situation, you can do that with this new tip option as our shape. All right. So there it is. It is in the long version right now, but you can also make it short. I'm going to turn on global and make it medium or short. If I make it short, I have to adjust my little print thing here. I just uploaded that from Google Images. You can put that there. But yeah, so now there is an option to make like French tip style decals if you want to instead of like a full nail situation. And again, you can change the length and whatever you need to do. You can still use your global transform if you need to make them smaller or drag them around. But that is new. That actually just got added today. So there's that. That's the second update. Oh, just knocked my earring out. Didn't mean to do that. Let's keep going. So our third update is I'm going to have to refresh. Let me clear this. And I'm going to clear it all and I'm going to put it on Coffin so you can see our third update. So the third update has to do with the French tip tool. The French tip tool is now upgraded where you have 2 extra options here. Let me pause and make sure everyone can hear. Okay, I was just making sure. I don't want to keep running my mouth and then nobody can hear me. And then I do all of this for nothing. So the different options are V-cut and double French. We're going to do the V-cut demonstration first. I'm just going to put that on the thumbnail. I'm going to give it a background so you can actually see it. There's our background on the thumbnail. There's our V-cut. You can adjust the height on your V-cut. So if you want it like different, you can do that, and we can put it on the thumb again and it can look a little less pronounced, or you can make it a very deep V-cut French. Whoops, I'm clicking the wrong thing, y'all, clicking the wrong thing. There's your French again. If you want to make it more pronounced, you can just do it like that. So that's the V-cut. Now going back in, we're going to do the double French. So the double French has some more adjustments, I guess you could call them. You're able to adjust the smile height curve, of course. You also can adjust how far apart they are. So how far apart the top of your French is and the bottom of your French is. You can adjust how wide this bottom line is with the line width slider. And yeah, you can kind of play around with it and test it out. I'm going to put it on the middle finger, and I'm going to give it a background color just like our index finger. And that is your double French. Okay, so those are your two new French options, and that's how you're going to use your two new French options. All right. Our Fendi print is still on here from before on our session clipboard. If you didn't catch the video where I introduced the clipboard as a feature, the prints that whatever you've uploaded will be in your clipboard area. You can upload up to 10 images there. You are able to drag that to a nail, or you can pop it out as an inspo pretty much. So you can make it bigger, drag it around your canvas, or get rid of it, or you can add it to a nail. So I just wanted to point that out, that the clipboard is still alive and well. All right. So we've done the cloud storage. Just to recap, cloud storage is now active. You sign in with Google to save across your devices if you want to. If you don't, you can still save them directly like you've been doing right in the project itself, and that will only update to the device that you're on. So if you want to keep it on the same device and you don't want to sign in, then you'll use the save current. All right. And then there's the tip option there where you can now make decal shaped well, basically you can make your decals like a French shape, so to speak. All right. And then our third feature update was the different French options we have here. So that V-cut and that double French there. All right. So let's get into our next update, which has got to do with the image search. So I'm going to click on our image search. And if you already have Nail Design Studio, then you know there are some new features down at the bottom. So I'm just going to search Galaxy. I'm going to click on a quick search. Now you can still use this feature if you decide to type something in here. So if you type, let's just say emoji or something like that, it will still work. The feature is essentially now you are able to scroll through up to 13 pages of results. So instead of getting those same results every time, you're going to be able to scroll through them. Additionally, to keep you from getting the same results every time, there's a sort option. So you have the popular option, which is obviously exactly what it sounds like, the most popular option when people search for that same thing. And then you have the latest option. So it will refresh to the latest royalty-free images that have been added to the database. And you can still continue to keep scrolling if you want to. Okay. So that is update, I guess, number 4. Is that the 4th update? Sounds like it's the 4th update. All right. So we got update number 4. I'm going to go ahead and let's duplicate this Fendi nail and put it on the index finger. And then we're going to put our our thumb on the pinky as well. I just want to make a complete set and copy that hand. All right. So now we got our full set jumping on both hands, but I'm going to switch it back. Well, let's leave it like this so I can show you feature number 5. So update number 5 for this 9.0 update. When we open up our print preview, you now have some more options up here at the top. You can now upload your own image if you want to. you can also add your saved projects. So anything that you've saved in the app, you can add straight to your decal sheet if you want to print these as decals, or if you just want to download as a PDF and then sell this to other people, you totally could try that too. Just make sure you're selling something that you're allowed to sell. So nothing that you took from someone else, no images that you're not supposed to be using as your own or anything like that. But yeah, I just have to do that disclaimer. But anyway, so uploading an image, you can click upload image and it's going to open up your device. Now, y'all got to excuse my downloads. They do look crazy per usual. I apologize every time. And you can just open it. And as you can see, you can add your saved nail designs. You're also able to upload regular photos too. So it doesn't have to be a saved nail design. It can be a random picture that you have in here. I'm going to upload that one. That's a random picture. But yeah, and you can drag it around so you don't take up extra white space on your decal paper, or if you're printing a test page on regular paper, you'll just be able to see how it prints out. In addition to uploading, you're able to add save set. So you could click that blue, it's purple. Click that purple button that says add save set. You pick your set that you want. I'm going to pick this 411 update video set that I just made. And I only did 5 fingers, so that's why there are only 5 fingers checked. If you want to print blank decals, you can check these boxes and it will print. If you only want to print 1 or 2 of those, you can also click the check boxes to take them away. But I'm going to add all 5 nails as row 4. And then there is our French tip decal situation. I can always scale everything to make it smaller, but yeah. Now, if you're not liking how it looks, so if you want to make it smaller, now for whatever reason, this one that I added from saved is not smaller. That may be a little tweak that I need to go in there and fix tonight. This has literally just been updated like 20 minutes ago. So I can go in there and fix that tonight because I should be able to make this smaller and not have it so large. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot so I can make sure I don't forget. But yeah, so you can add saved projects. I'm actually going to get rid of that one and I'm going to add a different one just so I can show you what else is in here. So this one is normal size. I think the tip, since it's a new feature, I might have gotten some of the code discombobulated, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. You can add save projects or upload your own images, your own previous projects, all of that stuff. So those are our major updates for this week. This is update 9.0. I'm pretty sure I'm not leaving anything out. But yeah, if you are already in Nail Design Studio, you already have access. Do not forget to use the suggestion box if you have suggestions or if there are features you would like to see in future updates. If you have layout suggestions, so if you feel like it would look better laid out a different way, easier to use, something like that, don't hesitate to put it in the suggestion box. I do go live over on TikTok pretty much every day. So if you have a question or suggestion, I will take suggestions there, but I will be honest with you guys. I try to write them down, but I can keep track of them a lot better in the suggestion box. If you submit a suggestion that needs a response, you can typically expect a response within 24 hours. However, sometimes I get busy, but I do try to respond if you needed a response or you asked a specific question that needs a response. Otherwise, I'll just update whatever needed to be updated and you'll see it in the videos. Or if it was some specific issue you were having, I'll reply and let you know that it's been fixed and you can try it again. All right, but thanks for tuning in. This is update 9.0 to Nail Design Studio. I will be fixing the sizing on this new tip shape. But yeah, so it's ready to go. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this before. There is now a full screen button I'm not going to press it because I am broadcasting from my software and I don't know if it's going to mess anything up. But if you are on an iPad or iPhone or even on your laptop or desktop, if you click this full screen button in the upper right corner, then literally you can hide all of your tabs above it and have literally the full screen appearance. I'm going to stop saying literally, I promise. I'm going to work on how much I say literally. It's really getting to a point. But thank y'all for tuning in. Save this video, rewatch it, share it, whatever you need to do. If you have somebody you know that'll be interested in this, send this video to them, letting them know some of the features that I've just added. As always, there is an update every single Saturday until we can't update it anymore. So I'll see y'all next week on Saturday for update 10.0. Bye, y'all.